Welcome to Idaho Stars Essential Training 2, Nurturing and Responsive Relationships for 2 Training Hours. Child growth, development, and learning is one of the standards within the Quality Rating and Improvement System. The presentation which you are now viewing comprises approximately 1/2 hour of the training. The additional time comes from completion of an activity and participation in a guided discussion via phone call. Instructions for completing each component is included in the training packet you received along with this disc from the lending library at the Child Care Resource and Referral Office. The learning objectives for this training are that providers will be able to identify activities which foster positive relationships between children, parents, and caregivers, and to demonstrate knowledge of the importance of building relationships as the foundation to quality care. Idaho's Early Learning e-Guidelines were developed to function as a resource for families and professionals who work with young children. Every Idaho Stars approved training is linked to the Early Learning Guidelines. The goals in the guidelines that this training is related to are Domain 3, Social and Emotional Development, Goal 27, Interacting with Adults, and Goal 36, Being Unique Individuals, and Goal 37, Belief in Personal Abilities. The Early Learning e-Guidelines are available online as a resource to child care providers. The printed supplemental materials are available for checkout from the lending library at each regional child care resource and referral office. This training is one of the essential trainings developed by Idaho Stars to meet our goal of improving child care through professional development. The trainings were developed by state leaders over the last 2 years. They introduce the basics of child development, health and safety, relationships with families and communities, and diverse abilities. Think of this training and all essential trainings as introductions to a broad subject. You can explore other Idaho Stars trainings to deepen your knowledge in any area. Scholarships are available through Idaho Stars to support your ongoing education. You can receive incentives through the Idaho Stars Professional Development System for completing each series of essential trainings, and eventually the essential trainings will be embedded in Idaho's Quality Rating and Improvement System. The Center on the Social and Emotional Foundations for Early Learning bases their training materials on the implementation of the pyramid model. The pyramid model, which is also known as tiered interventions, is a widely used model of inclusion. The basic premise is that each level builds upon the next to create high-quality supportive environments. At the base of the pyramid are strategies that benefit all children. Nurturing and responsive relationships are foundational to quality child care. Designing supportive environments is the subject of a Step 3 essential training. Those 2 overall strategies, nurturing and responsive relationships and designing supportive environments, create the base of the pyramid. These strategies will benefit all children by creating high-quality supportive environments. The next tier of the pyramid model is social-emotional teaching strategies. These are specific strategies to support children who are not able to fully participate in the early childhood setting due to temporary circumstances. All children will fall within this category at various times in their lives. Individualized intensive interventions are for very few children, estimated as few as 5%, because when the strategies at the lower tiers of the pyramid model are effectively implemented, the need for intensive interventions is greatly reduced. Research indicates that a child's healthy social-emotional development is critically linked to the quality of their relationships with their parents, teachers, child care providers, and other caring adults, and eventually peers. The pyramid model is founded on evidence-based practices and is used in a variety of settings. The full training in implementing the pyramid model will be a specialization in the essential trainings at Step 5. If you would like to learn more about the pyramid model or tiered interventions, please visit either the CEPHA website or the Positive Behavior Intervention Supports website. Links to both of those websites are included in the references for this presentation. So why is building relationships with children important? Studies indicate that children with secure relationships with their early care providers demonstrate positive relationships with peers and teachers in elementary school. In those same studies, by contrast, children who had insecure relationships with teachers had more difficulty interacting with peers and engaged in more conflict with their teachers. Research indicates that teachers' interaction styles help children build positive and emotionally secure relationships with other adults. Teachers' behaviors such as smiling, kind words, warm demeanor, and appropriate physical contact positively impact children's response to teachers. Studies have indicated that children with positive teacher relationships were more likely to develop positive peer relationships. And children with secure relationships with adults and peers demonstrate lower incidences of challenging behaviors. The previously listed characteristics and behaviors are protective factors to challenging behaviors, which takes us back to the pyramid model. Children with the skills to make friends, join play, and follow directions are more likely to experience success in early childhood settings and in elementary school. The Center on the Social-Emotional Foundations for Early Learning reminds us that in early childhood settings, each moment that teachers and children interact with one another is an opportunity to develop positive relationships. Here is a list of strategies for developing positive teacher-child relationships. They are a sample for a variety of age groups. Engage in one-to-one interactions with children. Interact face-to-face or on their level. Use a pleasant, calm voice and simple language. Provide warm, responsive physical contact. Follow the child's lead and interest during play. Help the child understand classroom expectations. Redirect children when they engage in challenging behavior. Listen to children and encourage them to listen to others. Acknowledge children for their accomplishments and efforts. On the next couple of slides, we are going to watch examples of child and provider interactions. The clips that follow are part of a child's classroom documentation. However, they are also examples of how building relationships can be embedded into the routines of the day simply by how the adult responds to and interacts with each child. There are 3 clips that you will watch, each of the same child and caregiver at different times of the child's life. This is notable due to the fact that one of the many indicators of quality in early childhood is continuity of care, which means that children have the same care provider over time. These clips illustrate what that looks like in practice. Consider the list of strategies while you are watching the clips, and note which of them the care provider is demonstrating.
Babu. Maggie, are you grabbing your toes? Baba. Yeah, you're grabbing your toes. Abu, Abba. Are you going to say Abba? Abba. Oh, I heard your B sound. Ba, 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 ba. Ba. you watching my lips? You are. I like the way you make that B sound. Ba. 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 Ba.
Let's take a closer look at the list of strategies from the previous slide. The strategies most apparent from this video observation are: this is a one-to-one interaction with the baby and child care provider. They are face-to-face during their interaction. The provider uses a pleasant, calm voice, and the child care provider was listening and responding to the baby. In the next clip, we will see the same child and provider interacting while they play with bubbles.
What's that, Magmo? Should I do it again? Watch Maggie. Oh, what's that, Maggie? What is that? Are those bubbles? You ready to catch them again, Meg? Oh my goodness, where'd they go, Meg? You're getting so excited. Where'd they go? Look at that one, Meg. Oh, Maggie, you almost had that one. You want to try again? Okay, Meg. Oh, there it goes, Meg. You want to get it, don't you, Meg? Let's see if I put this down. Let's put this down. Let's see if we can catch a bubble. See if we can catch a bubble on your. Oh, there it goes, Meg. Oh, where did it go, Maggie?
Hey, I have a snack.
Okay.
I'll put it in here, okay?
Where'd it go, Maggie?
Looks like fun.
Thank you. Oh, Maggie, you popped that bubble, Meg. You did. You did it, Meg. You want to do it again? Okay, Maggie, Chris will help you. Ready? I'm going to blow. Oh, my goodness. Where'd those bubbles go, Meg? Oh, there's another. Oh, Maggie, where'd that bubble go? I know you were so looking forward to that bubble to stay.
No.
I know, I'm trying so hard to make them go slow so they can spend time with you. What do you think, Meg? I know. Agaga. Agaga. Ready? 1, 2. Where'd they go, Meg? I know you want them to stay. Say, please stay. Hello, blow, Meg. You see? Oh, I caught it, Meg. There you go, Meg. Oh, Meg, I miss you. We try again, Meg? Okay, I'll try to catch it for you again. I know you tell me, please catch. Okay. Oh, I caught it for you, Meg. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, gone. Where'd that bubble go? I know. Should I try to make more? Yes, please. Huh? Did you feel that bubble? Still on your fingers, huh? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I tried to catch it. I missed it again. Oh, they pop so fast, Maggie.
Looking again at that same list of strategies, this is another one-to-one interaction with the baby and childcare provider. There are other people in the room, but the provider is really focused on the infant, the activity, and their interactions. They are interacting face-to-face while the provider is sitting directly across from the infant. The childcare provider uses a pleasant, calm voice with lots of expression. The provider follows the infant's lead by helping her catch the bubbles, and she acknowledges the infant's efforts and successes at catching the bubbles. Many of the strategies are the same as those listed from the first observation, but look somewhat different while interacting with an older infant. In the next clip is the same child and provider again, this time as an older toddler or preschooler.
Whoop, pick one up and I'll put it inside. You would like some tongs? Sure, you can have some tongs. Look, I'll share my tongs with you. Uh-oh, Maggie, where'd it go? You want Chris to pick it up, or do you want to get it? Okay, Maggie's going to get it. Thank you, Maggie. Oh, you're going to use your tongs to pick it up. That's a clever idea. Oh, no. Silly cotton ball. That silly, soft, white cotton ball. Oh, my goodness, Meg, you got it. Bye. Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Just like the previous strategies identified, there are similarities and differences among the lists. Even the strategies, which are the same, look different with an older child than a very young baby. The relationship-building strategies observed in this clip include face-to-face interactions while the provider is sitting next to her at the table. The childcare provider uses a pleasant, calm voice with a lot of expression as she describes what the child is doing. She acknowledges the child's effort in repeatedly trying to pick up the cotton balls, and the provider celebrates the child's accomplishment when she is successful at dropping the cotton ball in the bucket. Cultural, language, and individual needs should always be considered when building relationships. Childcare providers should adapt strategies for building relationships to meet the unique needs of children and families. An example of this might be that providers include a question on the enrollment form regarding the language spoken in the home. If the home language is other than what is spoken at the childcare, the provider might ask the family to teach them a few words and key phrases. Awareness of how to support and respond to diverse populations is an important skill for childcare providers. For example, providers might acquire these skills by collaborating with each other and through ongoing communication with the family. The National Association for the Education of Young Children adopted a position statement on responding to linguistic and cultural diversity recommendations for effective early childhood education. The statement addresses cultural, language, and individual needs in the context of building supportive relationships. You may click on the photo of the document to follow a link to access the position statement in its entirety. This subject is complex, and solutions may not always be evident. However, there are many resources on the subject to support child care providers in responding to the diverse needs of children and families. Here is a quote from that position statement. When early childhood educators acknowledge and respect children's home language and culture, ties between the family and programs are strengthened. This atmosphere provides increased opportunity for learning because young children feel supported, nurtured, and connected not only to their home communities and families, but also to teachers and the educational setting. There are many opportunities for implementing relationship-building strategies at different times throughout the day. Opportunities for one-to-one interactions include readings and departures, meal times or bottle feeding, diapering, individual reading time, or any time the child needs to be comforted. Opportunities for warm, responsive physical contact might include greetings and departures, celebrating accomplishments, individual reading time, quiet or rest time, or bottle feeding infants. As you can tell from these examples and on the previous slide, some of them may occur simultaneously. Opportunities to help children understand classroom expectations include creating classroom rules as a group, reviewing classroom rules as a group, and recognizing when children follow classroom expectations. The following video clip from the Devereaux Foundation is an example of a teacher helping children understand classroom expectations. The teacher incorporates several of the relationship-building strategies into a very brief interaction with multiple children.
All my friends ready? Tick-tock, hear the clock. Now it's time to clean up. Can you use your helping hands and help all our friends clean up housekeeping? Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Danielle, can we show you? This is tick-tock time. Good job. Mrs. Garson will use hers. You know what, Paige? Where do we use our throwing hands? Can you tell me? Outside, thanks. Okay, could you remember that? Because we don't want our friends to get hit with any of the food. Thanks, Miss.
Score.
Okay, score.
Which relationship-building strategies did you observe the teacher practicing? Helping children understand classroom expectations, warm, responsive physical contact, using a calm, pleasant voice, interacting at the children's level, redirecting challenging behavior, recognizing the children's efforts and accomplishments. Possible challenges to implementing relationship-building strategies might be not enough time, which may include limited planning time or being able to give each child individual attention. Unrealistic expectations for children's behavior may be challenging if the environment and routines are inappropriate for children's developmental stages or individual needs. Adult-child ratios may limit opportunities for one-to-one interactions in the child care, or maintenance duties outside of caregiving, such as laundry or snack cleanup, which take the provider's attention away from interacting with the children. During the activity that accompanies this training, we will be able to examine specific challenges in greater detail, as well as hear from other providers about their experiences and their ability to problem solve. Please read Building Relationships with Children, Contact Talks, from the NIAC resource, Education for a Civil Society, How Guidance Teaches Children Democratic Life Skills by Dan Gartrell. In this article, the author offers examples of how to successfully embed meaningful interactions with children into a busy day. You can access this article by clicking on the link within the presentation, or if you are unable to access the article online, a printed copy is included in the training packet which accompanied this presentation. In conclusion, we will end this training with a quote from well-known developmental psychologist Urie Bronfenbrenner, who stated, "Every child needs one person who is crazy about him." Looking again at the pyramid model as a framework for providing high-quality supportive environments for all children, nurturing and responsive relationships form the necessary foundation. Please complete the activity included in your training packet and participate in a guided discussion via phone call with the Idaho Stars Training Office. In addition to viewing this presentation, this training includes an activity to complete independently, followed by a guided discussion. The instructions for completing this activity, as well as how to participate in the guided discussion, are included in the training packet you received when you checked it out. Thank you for participating in Idaho Stars Essential Training 2, Nurturing and Responsive Relationships.